It's time to explore the Beehive kiln. This is a new piece of equipment that's been brought in 1.20. This video is going to go through the resources and the equipment you'll need to build it. I'm going to show you how to build it, and then I'm going to show you how it fires and what fantastic things you can produce with it. And as you can all hear, my husband will be sneezing in the background as usual. I can't help it. I hope you enjoy this video. In my inventory, to start building the kiln, I have a refractory brick kiln door. I have 3 iron hatch doors. I have 9 refractory brick gratings. These don't stack. They stack to 8, so I can't get 9 in one space. And I've also got a stack of refractory bricks to start with. Let's start with looking at the key element of this, the refractory brick kiln door. This is the key element because when you place this door, the blueprint for the build appears. If we look at H, I always start at the Beehive kiln because it's easier. Here we go, Beehive kiln. And it tells you what you need here. So the Beehive kiln allows you to fire large amounts of clay, similar to the cementation furnace. It's very similar. It requires a door. So if you look at the kiln door, and I'm looking at level 1, you will see that you have to have iron rods. You can see there are substitutes of meteoric iron, steel, iron for the nail and strips, but you have to have 2 iron rods here. You've seen me make iron rods, which are a new feature of 120 in other videos. In addition, you need refractory bricks, and these are the same as you use in the cementation furnaces, and you're going to need 12 of those just to make the door. So there is nothing here that is impossible, but remember that to make the refractory bricks you will need 2 far clay, you will need crushed quartz, and you will need crushed bauxite. Far clay is easy to make in 120, or you may well find it. Crushed quartz has to be, it's ordinary quartz, but it's crushed in a pulverizer, so you need a pulverizer. And crushed bauxite, again, is bauxite stone, crush it in a pulverizer, so you need a pulverizer. And then when you've got this brick, you need to fire them in a pit kiln to these refractory bricks here, right? And that, when you make the door, you're using the bricks by themselves. So you're not using them as a block, you're using them as the individual bricks. So that is not hard to make. In my inventory, you will have seen that I had 3 iron hatch doors. Let me just show you these on H. I'm going to go through the Beehive kiln again. Kiln, there we go. Iron hatch doors. Now when you look at these, you make these by smithing. They take 4 iron ingots each, and it's easier if you start with 2 iron plates. I happen not to have a helve hammer with an iron tip, so I did it by hand. They're pretty easy to make, but you do need 4 ingots for each of them. And given that you need 3, that's another 12 iron ingots, 3 iron hatch doors. The name is not familiar, but when you look at them, it's actually the old coke oven door that's just been renamed as an iron hatch door, so that it will go both for this and also for the big cementation furnaces. To make the refractory bricks, and I'm looking at tier 1 here, you just take mortar, and this is lime that has been put through the quern, and then you need to burn it. Now I'm on a chalk area, so chalk substitutes for lime quite well. And to make mortar, I'm sure you've all done this before, but you take the lime, you burn it in a fireplace, and then you mix it with water and it produces mortar. Once you've got the mortar, you put it in the middle, surround it by refractory bricks, and it makes 2, which is good. The other thing you will need are 9 of these brick gratings. Again, it's mortar, it's refractory bricks, and you just put them in an H shape, and it makes 3 of these, and you'll need 9 of these altogether. When you're looking at the refractory bricks, I wasn't sure how many I needed. I started with a stack of 64. You don't have to have 64, but it's close. So I'd make a stack of these. Let's have a look at whether this room is big enough for the beehive kiln that I want to build. It's quite a large structure, and I'm not yet sure of the dimensions. This room is 8 wide by 9. I'm going to start with that block, and then I'm going to put the door on. Wow, now this door is absolutely stunning. I can see people building this door just as a unique door in itself. It's so beautiful. Now you can see at the top, if you want to see the structure preview, you press Control and right click, and that will give you the blueprints and prints. And it says 66 blocks are missing. Now what I'm not sure about, and I want to have a look at this, is whether it goes lower than this. No, it does not. Right, good. That seems to be okay. So I'm going to start by going around the edges like that and that. I know that the internal dimensions are 3 by 3 because it's told me so, but that is not, oh, something spawned in, a guide as to what the external dimensions are. So don't underestimate how large this structure is. Now we've got a hole here, and that, I believe, is where the iron hatch door goes. So let's just pop that in there. Yeah, looks all right, doesn't it? Right. I mean, when you look at this, there is absolutely nothing to tell you that this is where you need a hatch door. So you just have to know it. This is why you watch videos. Right. Okay, and that's the 3rd hatch door, and then that goes on there. Okay, whoops, I've fallen in a hole. All right, now let's come up here. I believe that goes like that. Can't reach that. Ah, come up here. Looks right, doesn't it? Let's leap up here. Make sure I've got this covered. Yep. Okay. Need one there. And there and there. Right. Now here, this structure comes in. So I think to place these, that's it. We're going to need to do that. Am I correct? very difficult following these shadowy versions when you haven't seen them before. Ah, aha, it becomes clearer. So we need one, we just get this right, there and there. Okay, that's the external structure. Let me have a quick look round. Yeah, that's the chimney. I don't think I need that brick. Let's have a look. No, that looks okay to me. Now if we pop down here and have a look at it, right, I want to press Control and right click. It says 11 blocks are missing or wrong. So we need to, I don't think they are, there's one missing there. Okay, and there's one missing there. Okay, so we're down to 9 blocks. We should be. Let's come back and have another look. Yeah, and I think where they're missing is in here. Now I think that what we're going to have to do is to put the refractory bricks in here. Do you remember we've got these? So and the last one. Right. Okay. Okay, ready to be fired. Now, ignite 3 times 3 piles of coal below. And it says progress will proceed once all 9 piles have ignited. Does it really need coal? That's the interesting question, isn't it? And the other thing then is that if we're going to put coal in, we need to feed the coal in either from below or from above. And frankly, the first time I do this, I'm going to do it from here. Now the question is, can I get, yeah, the coal is going to have to go in here, isn't it? Yeah. Uh-oh, I'm hungry. Right, let's just get out here. Okay. Now, then the question is, does it have to be coal? Right, let's have a look at the instructions. Now, the floor of this space was 9 refractory gratings. Yes, I've got those down here. You also have the option to place refractory gratings in the middle layers, which acts as shelving for a second layer of clay products. 3 iron hatch doors are required and must be placed one in each of the other walls that don't have the kiln door. Directly below each of the 9 floor gratings must be placed a pile of fuel. Now it doesn't say coal, it says you can use any stackable fuel from wood to coal. The walls and floors of this fuel chamber can be any material. Once you have filled the kiln with clay products, ignite the fuel piles and close the door. After several cycles, there will be a chance for the refractory bricks to become damaged and require replacement similar to the cementation furnace. After the cycle is finished, the clay products will be hot and require tongs. Okay, so we need something, it can be wood to coal. Right, I have filled the pit with firewood. It's one over. And now I've put the grates on top. Okay, so it's ready to be lit. I am going to take this one out so that I can light it from both sides. That looks good to me. The door will need to be shut, but before we do anything, we need something to fire. So I'm just going to make some clay to fire. I'm going to test the beehive, and to do that I want to take some different coloured bricks and see whether it makes any difference to them. Let's get this lot off my bar. Now I reckon, I'm thinking that a stack of bricks is 24. Let's see if I'm right about that. 12. I'm torn because I know that you might be able to put extra levels. These refractory brick gratings, you can apparently put 2 more levels to enhance the amount you're cooking. And that would imply that they go above this so that you can only do 12 at a time. I don't know. There is so much I don't know about this. But what we'll do is we'll do 12. There we go. I am testing this to see how these bricks come out. Now, I believe there are 4 settings for this kiln, and it depends on the amount of air you let in. So once the door is shut, with all 3 of these iron hatch doors shut, there is no air. That should be one colour. Then if we open one of them, it should be a second colour. We open 2 of them, the third colour, and we open 3 of them, it should be the 4th colour. Let's just try this. Also, I don't know whether it must be able to fire without a full stack of bricks. It must be able to. And in here, I've got a planter. I don't think these are going to come out as a different colour, but we can try. And the other thing I'm not sure about is I don't think they will fire refractory bricks. I am frankly unwilling to try that in case anything goes wrong. Okay, this is, I know, a complete waste of all this firewood just to try these bricks, but I think it's worth it. Now, we've got the door shut and we've got all 3 of the iron hatch doors shut. Right, and I'm going to light her up on both sides, hopefully. So you should be able to light that. That sounds a light. Yes, I can see the flames. Let's light this one as well. There we go. Not sure that's a light. Well, there we go. Now there is no door to this, so ready to be fired. Progress will proceed once 9 piles have been ignited. Tell me I don't have to ignite all of them. They are burning. I'm hoping I don't have to light all 9. It's very odd. Is that lit? It seems to be. Nothing is telling me whether it's lit or not. Come back and see if I can see inside. Well, I see flames, don't you? Okay. Receives heat. Firing for 63 hours. Oh my gosh. That's a long time. Right, we'll come back. How many hours in a day? 24. It's 3 days. Oh my gosh. And I just did little piles. Right. We better find something else to do for 3 days. Oh, look at the chimney. Ooh. Actually, we ought to have a grate over there, shouldn't we? If I can work out which one it is. No, I might fall in. Okay, 63 hours later, that will be fired. And then we'll be able to see what it looks like. Fantastic. Right, this says, ready to be fired. Ignite 3 by 3 piles of coal. Progress will proceed once all 9 piles have ignited, firing for 76.64. Now, does that mean that these... Oh my word. Look at this. Right. The planter has been fired. Wow. We've got 12 of these. I think those are the fire clay. So these, I think, are the red brick. So we've got cream clay, which is the blue clay, and the raw becomes tan. And of course, this is how you make the bricks. Wow, well, that was not 63 hours. Now, are these... Yes, these are the normal fire clay bricks. So these are just as normal. Let me just check. Well, that only took a day. Yeah, that's just the same as normal. Okay, but good to know. Sorry, I was just about to go and harvest my bees. So we've got the planter, which is the same colour as always. Beautiful cream clay bricks from these and tan from these. Wow. Oh my goodness. Now I'm going to do some more. Okay. Right, let's put our bricks back. Yeah, and you see, if you wanted, you could put another brick here. So I think I'm right on the number we can fire. Right, close. There we go. Now, before we do this, we want to open one of these doors. Right, there we go. Now that should give a different colour brick. Wow. Okay, it seems to have finished again. Now, what have we got this time? Ah, clay brick, orange. Oh, oh, it has fired. Okay, the planter, yes, is still exactly the same colour. Okay, and this is grey clay. So that's raw blue clay and that's grey clay. Not sure I can see the difference. Right, so in this one we've now got orange clay. Wow, look at that. Wow. And then the fire brick, is that the same colour? Yes. Right, so these don't change colour, they just get fired. I mean, that's absolutely fine as far as I'm concerned. Good. Wow. So, let's grab some of our firewood and we'll get on to round 3 when I've finished stoking it and stacking it. Right, we're ready to go again, and this time I have left this one open, but I've opened 2 doors. Wow, so let's see if we can light her up again. Yeah, that looks to be a light. Oh God, if I shut the door. It's not going to help, leaving the door open. Right, ready to be fired. I don't think it tells you it's okay until all of it is lit. Okay, receives heat. Firing for 104 hours. Oh my word. Oh my word. Right, we have finished again. Now what do we get this time? We have got black clay bricks, red clay bricks, our normal fire clay, and our planter. Right, so I mean, we're doing well on the planters. Right, okay, let's have a look. Oh, I want to put them there. Let's put them there. Wow, that's a subtle difference. Okay, and then we've got the red clay. Wow, look at that. And then our good old fire clay. Okay, we've got one more round to do, and this time we will have all the doors open. So let me take up my grating. Right, 4th time. Quick check. Yep, I've got the firewood, I've got the grating, I've got the things I want to be fired. Have I got all 3 doors open? 2, 3. I have. Okay, let's see what happens this time. And get this lit. Okay, what have we got this time? Oh my word. Brown. And our normal pottery. Well, wow, that's a colour. Now this one, it's brown clay brick. That looks exactly the same as far clay brick to me. And of course we have our far clay brick. It is a shade difference. You can just see it, yeah, in the alternate bricks. It's just a shade difference. And our planter is, of course, our planter. Now, I'm going to get some mortar and see whether these bricks will go into brick blocks. So let's grab some of that. Mortar, there we go. Because if they do, that would be very interesting. Okay, that is an amazing colour. I love this. So, I'm presuming 8. Does this work? Oh my word. Oh, it makes 4. Wow. And then this one. Ah, one more. Ooh. I would not have expected that. Wow. Look at this, guys. Let me drop these off. Now this is the black. Oh. My. Is there room for you? Yes. Look at this. Whoops. What? Clinkers are bricks that have been overcooked. Oh, their surface is vitrified like glass and are not very good for building. Oh my word. So these have been overcooked. Really? Wow. But these were okay, I think. Let's try these, the brown clay. Let's just pop them up there. Ooh. Goodness me. And the red ones. Dying to see these. As I said, they do make 4 each time, which I think is pretty good. Haha, London clay. Here we go again. So don't overcook your blue clay bricks. Ooh, that's a subtle shade. Look at that difference. And then these. My, my. My, my, my. So the clinker built ones don't even make into anything. And just for the sake of completion, do these make into anything? I don't think they, I really don't think they do, but. Oh, they do. Oh. That was wrong. Okay, so yeah, far clay brick, and that says ceramic. Okay, that comes out a different shade. That's come out a lighter shade, and it was a far clay brick. All right, let's see whether they do come out the same. I think that's the same shade. They vary. They vary. Oh, wow. Goodness me. Well, do these... We've just got to try this, haven't we? They look the same. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. And yeah, they're the same as that. Ah, difficult. I think these two are a shade different from this one. And I'm trying to see the difference between, it's not helping by being in a pit, here and here. I think there is a difference. It's just very, very subtle. Oh my word, I haven't any more room. I think that this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I feel that these bricks are a little on the brown side for my taste. I would like a slightly bluer tint to them, but that's a very, very minor individual preference. They do look quite fantastic. They really do. I would love to have bricks made out of this colour. I think this colour is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Unfortunately, they're not. You cannot make them into brick blocks. I love these colours here. Not sure I can tell the difference between these large brown clay bricks. It says running bond, and the far clay bricks. They look very much the same colour, and clearly the far clay bricks do have the odd random pale one in it. It's all very interesting, isn't it? These two, I think these two colours in the middle are absolutely stunning. I am really disappointed that the planters have come out the same colour. Can you imagine if we had planters in these colours, guys? Now, it would have to depend on what clay these were made out of. These were made of red clay. But can you imagine having those 4 planters in these 4 colours? It would be fantastic. It is obvious that you could put different clay types of items in here. It doesn't have to just be bricks and planters. That much is easy. I am not sure yet whether I was doing the right thing with 12 bricks, whether it could be 24, and I didn't want to try that out on this first time through. I think that's something we need to explore. Also, the other thing to explore would be putting the grates in, because you can put 2 more grates. There would be one at this level and one at this level to add more items. And if you had one at this level, could you go to 24 in the top row? These things all have to be explored and tried out. One thing I have found out is that these refractory bricks can actually be fired in this kiln. So if you're going to build a cementation furnace, my view would be to build that one first, frankly. This Beehive kiln first. Make your life a lot simpler. All in all, I think this is a fantastic addition to the game. Very, very good. The other thing I do want to stress is that every single bit of this I have built in survival. I've collected all the materials, I've forged the doors, I've put everything together, I've made the mortar, you know, pounded stuff, ground stuff. Every single bit of this has been made in survival. And I would say that although it's a lot of time on gathering resources and effort, and you can't do it unless you've found iron, but if you have found iron, this is all very doable. So I think this is a great, great addition to the game. Well done, the devs. Guys, if you have enjoyed this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to me. Goodbye, my friends.